In this episode, comedian Randy and graphic novel The Crow. So sit back, grab a beer, and let's talk some BS.
Hello once again.
Hello.
Good listeners of Let's Talk BS.
Hi.
Oh my word.
I think this episode's going to be a little bit low energy.
So full disclosure, well, first of all, I've literally just stopped battling some demons.
Not just in your mind, but in your eyeballs as well.
Yeah.
We'll get onto that in a bit.
Yeah, we will. So yeah, I'm pretty like, oh gosh, a bit brain dead. And also, yesterday it was like my annual, well, I mean, a birthday party, I suppose, it's annual, but my little sort of Queen stock, as we tend to always do.
Yep. What was this one called? It was Queen stock.
Return of the Electric Acoustic, a Return of the Acoustic Boogaloo.
Yeah, that was
so
one.
It was all like we all played acoustic songs, and
I always love hearing the acoustic songs of like your stuff.
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, we don't do it that much. In fact, I think the last time we did it was at Queenstock last year.
Yeah.
And it was really fun to do it this time as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering that we literally have not even practiced it, it just sounded really, really good. So
yeah,
I was really pleased with it, how it came out. And yeah, it was a really good day. But obviously, we're feeling a little bit worse for wears because
a tiny bit worse for wears. But I tell you what will fix that immediately for me.
Yeah, what's that, Saul?
Hair of the dog, mate.
Can I also have?
Yes.
It's like, I was like, am I gonna drink? Yeah.
Hair of the dog. Let's get through this.
I was also out drinking on Friday night because the band, we went to the NMG Awards. We were nominated for some prizes. Didn't win anything at all.
But the experience looked really cool.
It was great. You know, we got dressed up to the nines. It was very exciting. But yeah, we were also drinking then. So
your
3 days on the
trot. Your dress was lovely.
It was very nice. Yeah, thank you. I looked very nice. We all scrolled up very well, to be fair.
That's better. I think. I don't know.
Oh, actually, that's quite nice. That's good. Oh my god, yeah. So
yeah, this one's definitely probably going to be a little more low energy.
But that's okay.
So we don't really have a main topic to talk about. We've had some questions come in, so we're just gonna
have a bit
talk
of a chill
about our
one.
entertainment exchanges, and then just chill out with a few questions. I
reckon
think
this would be a nice one to listen to in the bath. I think.
Yeah.
Nice relaxing one. Grab yourself a beer or a hot toddy or something, and
just relax.
Chillax. The sound of our sultry voices will calm you as you sit in the bath.
And I will try my best to not throw up because I'm massively hungover.
Oh man.
Speaking of your birthday, the sentence I said before, you said beforehand of battling demons in your heads and eyeballs might not make any sense unless we don't
Explain.
give it some context.
Yeah.
So, what did you get for your birthday?
PlayStation VR.
Nice.
Yes. So
everybody chipped in, basically.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, everyone chipped in, and thank you so much. Yeah, Saul, you also chipped in and bought me some games. So you're like the best friend ever right now.
Well, and I helped you set it up as well.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I don't know. It's almost like I know how to set VR up because I've done it so much.
But Saul, why is mine better?
Oh yeah, you've got the like second edition. Yeah. Running of the PlayStation VR, which I hadn't actually had a chance to see at all, like in person, and the improvements they've made on it are notable. They're really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, even for me that's only played on yours, like
and
I was like, oh wow. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get the second generation one, so that was a nice surprise as well.
It doesn't do anything like graphically. You're not getting any better visuals or anything compared to the
especially
to the old
considering
set.
that I've got an older PS2 4 as well.
Oh man, you got it running on a PS2.
Yeah,
nice
PS2.
One, man.
I am really good. Yeah, I've rewired the system. I mean, literally, it wants to like explode. Like the amount of processing is so many to do. But
I got there, man. I got there.
Yeah.
No, it's just the design of the second one. They've made some really nice improvements. Like the buttons are in different. I was setting up your headset going to buttons that I thought were there because I'm used to it being there on my old set and being like, oh, actually no, where is it? I think the one that surprised me the most though was the integration of the earphones.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Like, I have to use my headphones and plug it into like a wire slightly below, and that's where all of my volume and control buttons are, is on that wire. Whereas on the new version, they've got it like built into the visor itself.
Yeah.
So you've got the headphone port at the back of the visor, with specially like made headphones, earphones even, earbuds.
Yeah, the earbuds, yeah.
You plug into the back, and then you can strap. It's got like clips that allow you to clip them into place, and then you can just put your earbuds like straight in your ears.
Yeah.
And then when you're not using them, it's got specially designed like holes for you to put them earbuds in
so that,
as somewhere to store when
you know
you're
what?
done.
When I just finished it, I didn't even put them back in. I didn't even think to put in that thing. I will though when I'll get used to it. You know, it just I think I was just like,
it's really clever.
It's really nice.
Clever.
And you know what? Actually, because I was before we came out, I was playing Doom VR, which you haven't played yet.
It's one of the few VR games I don't have actually for PlayStation.
Well, we might have an entertainment exchange on our hands. I tell you what,
that's what makes me excited most of all, is that it just has opened us up to a lot more
stuff that we can exchange.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah. So going back to Doom, obviously I played the normal one.
Yeah,
and that is awesome.
Yes, the soundtrack alone.
Oh yeah, definitely. When that kicks in, it's like, oh god, so good. I know that so genty is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's great. But the way they've done it is so good. Like obviously, like the way you traverse around and stuff, it's definitely not sickening at all.
Yeah, I think it's got like, from what I could see, I haven't actually looked into the settings at all. It looks like all of the comfort mode. You've got all of like the VR comfort modes on right now, which is like teleportation and snap movement rather than smooth movement.
Yeah.
Which most people find quite comfortable as like a beginning stage getting into VR. I've played VR for so long now that I'm at a stage where I'll take all of them comfort settings off just because I'm used to it, so I get like smooth movement and all of that. I don't know whether that's a thing in Doom. I
don't think so. I mean,
checked.
like I'm sure it is though. I mean, obviously, you know,
because you get that in Skyrim, for instance. I think you start with exactly the same movement as you have in Doom, where you teleport from place to place and it's a snap movement. But you can turn all of that off in Skyrim and just press a button and you'll just walk forward normally. And turn smoothly as well.
So, like you say, it probably goes down to, you know, you get used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, mate, I mean, like the sound was really good. Like it was like, considering they were just earbuds, it really was really nice and bassy, and it really, you know, like the 3D effect, like you can hear the demons around you and stuff. When the heavy metal kicked in, it was really cool.
Yeah, it sounds like they've done a bang up job with the headphones, and like I say, I think that was a bit that impressed me the most out of like the newer. And it's like fewer wires as well, which is nice, because VR's fantastic, but the wire management is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. But you know, so I'm really pleased to sort of get in. I'm really pleased to have it, and I'm really excited to get into some new games and stuff because. And
now you literally have no reason ever to come to my house anymore. That's it.
No, that's
VR was the only thing. VR was the only thing keeping our friendship together.
Yeah. No, we got the podcast. It's just you had to come here now. I literally never had to. No, it's fine. No, I could still come to yours. You know, hey, I've got VR too. We could, you know,
we can VR together.
Can you VR in the same?
Yes.
Thing?
Yeah. We could do Star Trek if you ever get Bridge Crew.
So we can literally.
Pilot.
But we can't do it on the same console though. Surely.
No, not on the same console. No.
But we could like do online.
Are you kidding?
Stuff.
I think that poor console might explode if that was the case.
But I don't know. It was like as a separate, because it's
especially
a separate
seeing
computer.
you're running it on a PS2 as well. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The PS1 couldn't quite handle it. If you wire up the
PS3 seemed a bit overkill. To be honest.
If you wired up the PS3 to the PS1 and then the VR in, then it's okay because that makes 4. So
that's math. That's just the way it works.
Quick maths, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I've been up to, and that's what I will be up to.
Continue to be up to.
Obviously, it's not as easy with a child. I can't just sit and play a video game while she play. You know, like. If I put her on the iPad or whatever, she can watch something while I play Kingdom Hearts 3, which I have been doing every now and again. But I definitely couldn't do that with VR because
No,
I literally can't
no.
see her.
It's probably not the best idea.
No.
The
But-
joys of being single, my friend. I can
Yeah.
play
All
VR
right.
whenever I like.
All right. But yeah. So
I mean, there are many disadvantages to also being single, but that is definitely one of the
the
advantages.
advantages. Yeah. Well, that's what anyway.
Shall we move on to our first entertainment exchange?
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
All right.
So it's my turn first, isn't it?
Yes, I gave you. Look, we had to give each other a bit of entertainment that we can get through quite quickly because we've literally recorded these podcasts within a week of each other rather than our usual month. So I decided to give you a stand-up comedian.
Well, stand-up is a bit of a
Stand-up is a bit of a
we'll
stretch,
get to that.
but you know. So this stand-up comedian is called Randy, and the brilliant thing about this entertainment exchange is that I didn't actually give you anything. I just gave you a link on YouTube, which meant that a fellow audience member could also type this into YouTube and watch it as well.
Guilt-free as well.
Yeah, which is great. So I don't know if any people listening did that, but let us know if you did and give us your opinions on this fella. He is a Australian comedian, and he's a puppet.
Yeah.
I tried finding wiki stuff for this guy, and I couldn't even really find that. I've desperately been trying to find this live DVD, and I can't find that either.
So it's safe to say that this is quite a niche one. Isn't
Yeah,
it, really?
yeah,
this
definitely.
exchange.
I think out of all of the stand-up comedians we've given each other through entertainment exchange, this is definitely the most niche one.
It's a bizarre one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily people would know. I don't think anyone would have necessarily know who he is.
People in Australia might.
Yeah.
You know,
and I think he had a show on Netflix.
Yeah, I
they got taken
think
off.
so. I don't know. I don't have Netflix, so.
No. Well.
So yeah, all I can really tell you is that he is a stand-up comedian in Australia who's a puppet. The
He's
end.
purple.
Who is purple.
Yeah.
And bald.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. So, Randy, the show was called Randy Writes a Novel.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
I really loved it. Like, I really did. I mean, I love puppets, as I said before, when I was talking about Labyrinth and things like that. Like, I'm a big puppet guy. So instantly I was like, yeah, already in on this. It's interesting because, I mean, first off the bat, I was kind of expecting it to be, I mean, it's a puppet. It conjures up things, especially the look he's got. I'm thinking, is it going to be kind of a Jeff Dunham thing? It's going to be a bit silly, or, the Muppets, But actually, it was very, very clever.
It's so, like, the attention to detail that the actual I don't even know who the real guy is called.
No idea.
But the attention to detail that he goes into with the puppetry to sell something is incredible. Like, you'll see him walking from like one end of a table to the other, but you'll see him like bob along, like he's actually
walking. Yeah.
And
the puppetry is amazing.
Yeah,
straight off the bat.
The puppetry is what like sells you and keeps you interested for the entire hour you're watching.
Yeah, but also I think that the actual words that he's saying as well, they're really clever. It's like if I know he's kind of like Marmite with him, but Russell Brand, he's a very, even if you don't like him, you got to admit he's a very clever guy.
Yeah,
and his shows are very, like, they're wordy and they've got lots of thought behind them. It's not just dick jokes, and I think that's pretty much the same with this guy. He goes on a big tangent about Hemingway.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god! Like, he tells all about the stuff that Hemingway used to do. Like, he had about 3-4 wives, whatever, and like he cheated on his wife with another woman, and then married that woman, and it was just like all this. I mean, not just that, like a lot more sordid things as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, oh my god! Like, this guy is like,
he's on it.
Oh yeah. And so that I was like, wow, okay, he's a really clever fucker. And like his little tangents he went off on, and like it actually made you think as well. And I was like, this is not what I was expecting from a comedian who is a puppet. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? It's very cool. I really did like that, because like you say, the puppet kind of gets you interested. I mean, I didn't actually write that many things down again. because I don't really know. I find, I don't know about you guys listening, but please let us know. I think talking about comedians is actually quite hard.
Yeah, because
do you think?
everyone has their own type of style when it comes to comedy.
Yeah.
So trying to pinpoint what people might find interesting in a comedian on a podcast is pretty difficult.
Definitely. Yeah. And like, I don't want to sit there and hear and quote jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I want to watch it, you know. And I think with a comedian is if you don't hear the beginning of one part because you're typing something out,
you
could end up missing, especially with Randy.
You
could miss
you can miss a whole
lot. So you really do need to concentrate. You know, it's not like, say, like Jimmy Carr or something like that, where if you miss something, it doesn't matter because he's pretty much just one-liners. You can come back to it, you know. And the same, you know, like with a lot of comedians, they'll do like small bits. But with someone like him or Eddie Izzard or Russell Brand,
you've got to pay attention.
You really have to pay attention because otherwise, if you'll miss,
especially with Eddie Izzard, jeez.
I mean, literally the whole show will be one long gag, won't it? With him, like, you have to concentrate on everything they say, so it's quite hard, really, to write down notes. But I've written a couple of things down that really sort of like, this is funny. So he was talking about at the beginning. He was talking about how like places in Australia are sort of named really wrong, so like really bizarrely. So they'd be like, you know, this place that they opened up and it was like Idyllic Creek or something like that. Like, I can't think of the name of it now, the actual name. But he said, no, really what it should actually be called Shitty Water Feature. Like, it's like Cambridge is like with a bridge over the Cam. That's where the name came from. It's like, well, actually, if you really wanted to, you know, like, it'd be like Stuck Up Twatville, you know, like, you know. It's okay, we're from Cambridge, it's fine.
It's fine.
And then and then like you've got he said, like, you know, well, I live in Stabbyville, you know, like you know, like
like, oh yeah, what's that like? Oh well, you know, it's close to schools but I mean, you do get stabbed a lot. I guess you had to know that was coming because it was in the name. Oh yeah, because it was in the name.
Yeah. So that was really good.
I liked it when he talked about like different places being named as well, because he talked about one that was actually worked quite well. There's another place in Australia. There was an old mining town in Australia with like a hill that had been dug into, and they just called it Broken Hill. See, that's easy. Like, we found a hill, we fucking broke it. Here's Broken Hill.
It's great. So that was a great sort of opener. The fucking phone keeps turning off.
It wasn't my favourite part as far as the opening bit was. My favourite part, opening wise, was like the first thing he talked about, because the puppetry in it worked so well, and it was when he was talking about how he used to drink but he doesn't anymore.
Yes. Oh my god,
like,
yeah.
And how he now gets a buzz off being pulled over by the police to do a random breathalyzer test, and
acts drunk.
And them basically telling them that he can go because he hasn't been drinking. So he's like, I tell you what, next time the police pull you over and you're completely sober, act like you're drunk. The buzz you get is so high. And then he goes through like a whole routine where he plays both him pretending to be drunk and the officer, and the puppetry in it works so goddamn well in it.
Yeah, really good. I mean, the expressions and stuff he gets, and the way how quickly he moves.
But the thing is, the expressions he gets are incredible because he is just a puppet with a mouth and constantly open eyes. That's it. And yet the expression he somehow manages to get out of that puppet is amazing.
That's why I really do appreciate puppeteers, because like a good puppeteer can really get a lot out of that, effectively that sock, you know. Yeah, brilliant.
I love the fact that he takes to piss, like he knows he's a puppet, and he like refers to that as well. I think there was a certain part where he's just about to sit down and read his book, and then he goes, "Does anyone need a loo? Or are we all sitting comfortably?" And then he just goes, "Seriously though, if you do need a loo, then just fucking go, because
Like, I can't see.
I ain't gonna see shit.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, because it's great as well because he does talk to members of the audience, and I'm like, that is incredible.
He somehow managed to look at audience members with like, enough clarity that an audience member will go, yeah, no, that's me.
Yeah.
And not like just a group of them going, is he looking at me? Is he not looking at me? No, he manages to pick someone out of the crowd every time, which is really impressive.
Very impressive. So moving on. So another joke that sort of like story that was like, oh my God, was so... I think it was talking about shit ways to die, and then he talks about this infamous story of this. So this guy was So it was a big forest fire.
Yep.
And this guy is diving.
Oh yeah.
He's diving.
I remember this.
And obviously they suck up all the water from the ocean to douse on the forest fire.
Yep.
And the guy got sucked up and thrown into the fire. From like, you know, so literally he's diving, swimming in the ocean, and then he gets chucked in the fucking fire, in the forest fire, and that's how he died. That was like, oh my God.
That's a brutal way to go.
So this links back to something that happens later in the show.
Yeah.
But, so me and Kat did a bit of research about this story. Not true.
Yeah.
Physically, it's not true.
Yep.
It's one of those stories that's been passed on generation to... No one knows where it came from, but they said there is physically no way for a human to be sucked up into those pipes because they're very small pipes. Because they do suck up water from the ocean.
Yeah.
But they said, no, it's physically impossible.
Which makes sense. You would think that they would take those precautions into consideration when designing something
well, also,
like that.
Fish and fucking sharks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, you don't want a shark. Like what the fuck? Like, no.
I don't know what a forest fire would be more scared of, frankly. Is that a shark in the sky? Oh, shit, we should probably go out. Oh, no.
But yeah, but still, even said that is a fantastic story. But obviously, like...
Yeah.
And this kind of goes on to, I suppose this is probably the most famous... I mean, like, if you search Randy on YouTube, this one comes up. It's
if you search Randy on YouTube, this is what comes up most as far as his solo stuff is concerned.
Yeah. This story, it's I don't know what it's called. Like, it's the Morgan story or the bookshelf story. I think
it's a story about buying a bookshelf on Gumtree.
And I mean, I don't really want to spoil it. I think you need to go and watch it because it's funny.
It is hilarious, but the whole thing is made up.
Yeah, he says at the end.
He says that right at the end,
and then you can feel the audience and actually audibly hear someone go, "Oh." It's still a fucking funny story.
The story is so brilliantly crafted that it's still absolutely worth to listen to without a shadow of a doubt because you will have a bloody good laugh.
Oh yeah, and like I rewatched like it since knowing it's not
long
like...
story.
Oh yeah, it keeps going and like
on.
It's great. And to be honest, part of me is a bit like,
there's got to be some true elements to it somewhere.
There's got to be because I think there's just no way that he'd come up with that. Like, I mean, maybe he did, but I like to think in my mind that maybe there is a little bit, and he's sort of trying to.
Exaggerate
it and maybe protect the identity of the guy who it's about.
Yeah, we don't want to tell you about the story because it's honestly well worth a listen, and you could go onto YouTube right now and
it's about 20 minutes long,
like
the whole
15-20 minutes. It's well worth it.
I mean, to be fair, watch the whole thing, but if you want to just have a taster and you don't want to watch a whole hour long
then watch that
because it's really, so it's like the bookcase thing or the Gumtree Morgan, whatever it is. Like,
I think just type into YouTube Randy buys a bookshelf off Gumtree or something. Yeah. It'll probably come up with it then.
And yeah, definitely whoever listen to that, watch that because that is good fun. That is a really nice little thing. But yeah, honestly, that's all I've got. Like it was, like I say, it was very, very fucking clever.
I like the fact that you never actually hear his story, his novel.
No, never hear it. No, I mean, I think you can pretty much gather that from the beginning that you're not going to hear it.
Yeah, like he keeps going back to it, and then
that's not spoiling anything.
I believe like the very last part of the show is he goes to read it, and then it just blacks out, and that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
Like...
That's a perfect way to end it, though. But yeah, like it's. I think if you like it's interesting because, like I said, I keep going back to it, but it's very clever but very silly at the same time. Because at the end of the day, it's a fucking puppet. But he actually brings some really interesting points to the table, like about life and about, like, you know, is art still art if no one hears it or sees it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this podcast, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Prime example.
I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think we still get a couple of people that listen to it.
And I still enjoy making it, and that's...
Yeah, that's it. And I think
that's really
the
prime reason we put this podcast together in the first place, is that I think it was basically, you're about to have a child. We would usually spend our Friday nights in a pub chatting shit, and we knew that might be a bit more difficult with a child. So we're like, well, we're still going to see each other, obviously. I might as well just come round yours. We might as well just carry on drinking a bit, and we might as well stick a couple of microphones in front of us while we do it.
Definitely.
You know?
And that's the thing as well. It kind of gives us that we have got to, every month we meet up.
Yeah. Especially with the entertainment exchange as well. I think we're probably going a bit off topic here, but I'll dive in a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. We've got time. We've got nothing else to talk about.
I think this probably goes down to a quick story about college where I gave you the film Seven to watch in good faith. And when did I give you Seven?
Probably like maybe the beginning of college, maybe first month in.
And when did I get Seven back again?
2 years later.
Did you watch Seven at all?
Nope, still haven't. I don't want to now. I actually don't want to. I think it's been built up so much. I think it doesn't it doesn't matter how good it is. It won't be as good.
And I think that is maybe another reason that we put this entertainment exchange together, is that in our like drunken talks on Friday nights in the pub, we're consistently going, oh man, you've got to watch this, it's so good, and we both lie to each other. Let's face it. No, we'll get round to that, and then we never ever do. So this has kind of just like forced us to do that.
Even now, there are some things that you'll say to me like, you need to watch this. Like, so for example, the Ox Adventures. I mean, I do love them. Don't get me wrong. But I've got so many other, like, I mean, I'm listening to NADPod. That's my D&D thing at the moment. I'm so into that, and I need to listen to more of it because I'm going to see him live in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
Again, we're just going off topic here, but like, you keep saying you need to watch it, you need to listen to it, and I'm just like, yeah, I will do it. I just haven't.
No.
I haven't caught up to it, and I mean, I'm really shooting myself in the foot here because there's so many I need to fucking listen to, watch now.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, I made it worse for myself.
There's 2 more live shows coming up in
I know.
October as well.
I know. There's so many I've missed out on. I can't even remember the last one I watched. So I don't know. I might just have to jump back in.
That's the main reason that we put this podcast together. But you know,
it's good because and the thing is, going back to the thing, like the art thing is like, we still enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think maybe one or two people
wouldn't do it otherwise, you know.
No, that's it. And 1 or 2 people probably listen to it, and that's great. And we get, every now and again, we get people commenting or, you know,
giving us questions,
which is really nice. Even if they're not necessarily listening, they're interacting. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do actually listen to it, then like I'd like to hear from you. I mean, I know that that's all. A lot of the people that listen to your kind of your
from my Twitter, neck of the wood.
Neck of the woods, as opposed to mine. So yeah, but
I mean,
reach out.
You've got your wife's parents listen to it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Not as much anymore because I don't think she can get internet at work anymore, which is a bit shit.
Damn. But that's got to be difficult.
Yeah. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so God, we did really go off on a tangent.
We did, but you know.
But it's fine. Like, this is a bit more of a chill one,
exactly,
as we said. So don't expect much
intelligence.
No.
I mean,
not.
don't expect any intelligence end of story if you come into this podcast, but
no,
especially this today.
But no.
Oh my God, my words. They're
I know.
not working.
I've got a horrible ulcer as well, so I'm really struggling to speak.
Oh no.
So much.
So Randy enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and the thing is, I've watched more of him.
Yes,
like
because
his
he's
duo.
usually a duo act.
Yeah.
I gave you him just standalone, but he does a duo act, usually playing songs with another person called Sammy J.
Yeah.
And their dynamic between each other is fantastic. So I'd also recommend watching any song that they've done as well, because it's
and Randy's got a whole other thing called like Randy Gets Sober as well. Like he's got another
show,
and stuff. So definitely plenty to watch as well,
yes,
which is great.
And it's all on YouTube, which is even more fantastic. You don't even have to go like buying anything for it. So
if you don't like it, no matter, because you can pay for it. Awesome. Well, that's pretty decent. We got to half an hour mark, and it's all right. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh God.
Pineapple.
Oh God. Oh, you fucking asshole.
Every time. It works every time.
Oh my God, you arse. Oh God, it's still kind of sitting there as well.
I know. That's the best part.
Oh God, I'm in pain now.
Well, we always give you your thing that you should take away from each podcast, and if you're going to take away anything from this podcast, is if your best mate is about to sneeze, or anyone around you is about to sneeze, just say pineapple, and it really throws them off, and they won't be able to sneeze anymore.
And then they won't be your best friend anymore.
It works every time.
You bloody bastard! I just got a tweet. I wonder if it's anything interesting. Probably not. Oh yeah, it's fine. I mean, I'm very fresh. I'm checking my fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
As we go. No, those are old. Okay, fine. No, it's all the questions we got in.
Yeah, I've already got them written
down. I know, but I just was making sure we hadn't got any more in. Because we've got 1,000 listeners. So many listeners.
At least.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think we're dropping them by the second.
I think we
are. We're carrying on going.
This is a fucking shambles today, man.
This really is. Shall we try and get it back on track again?
Yes.
Second entertainment exchange. Let's go.
I can't even freaking talk. I didn't even introduce the entertainment exchange.
No.
Fucking hell. This is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare.
We're very hungover though, so it's okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's
right.
Fine.
Okay, so I gave Saul The Crow, the graphic novel.
Indeed.
So Saul has actually already seen the Crow film many times.
Many times.
It's one of your favourite films, right?
It's one of my dad's favourite films. So as a result, I probably mentioned last podcast, I probably ended up watching it far younger than I probably should have.
Yeah. So I've actually got Wiki up today, so that's good. So The Crow is a superhero comic book series created by James O'Barr, revolving around the titular character of the same name, with The Crow. The series, which was originally created by O'Barr as a means of dealing with the death of his girlfriend at the hands of a drunk driver, was first published by Caliber Comics in 1989. As early as that, that's insane. Became an underground success and was later adapted into a film of the same name in 1994. 3 film sequels, awful. A television series, just as awful. And numerous books and comic books published by numerous companies have also been subsequently produced. So I gave you kind of like the graphic novel is kind of like the culmination of all the comic books and original comic books that came out.
Yep.
With some extra bits chucked in, like some extra artwork, and like there's like poems that and songs that kind of inspired O'Barr when he was writing it. So
nice.
Yeah, let's just jump in, man. How do you think of it? What do you think of it?
I mean, yeah, naturally, I love The Crow already, so I was already in. And I knew there was a graphic novel, and it was one of them things that you probably told me while we were in a pub drinking, like, you've got to read this at some point. I'll get round to it at some point, I'm sure, but especially back then, I definitely wasn't into like my graphic novels at all. You've opened me up to graphic novels a bit more since we started the podcast. I've now dived into quite a few of them, and I'm now like into my own one, Life is Strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, I as soon as you gave it to me, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely down to read this, and I think I started it the day you gave it to me.
You did.
While you were setting up for D&D, I was just like, I'm just going to scroll away in a corner and Saul, are you reading? Yep. Yes, I am.
Did you read it just the once, or did you go back and read through it a couple of times?
I read through it a couple of times throughout the course of the week because because I remember asking you the question on the podcast, like, how long is this going to take me to get through? Because it was quite a thick book, but I always forget how quickly you can get through graphic novels.
Yeah.
Because I look at that and I'm like, well, it's like a book and it's quite thick. It's like, no, it's a graphic novel, so each page takes seconds to a minute to read. Like, it's not difficult. But I always forget that, so I was like, oh, this could take me a while. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, well, I'll read it again then.
Yeah. And there's lots of art to look at as well and things like that. Like that.
Yes.
That's
Speaking of art, I got here that the art style is just gritty as all hell.
yeah,
Which is really nice.
all black and white.
I found that to be amazing to look at, but a little bit of a hindrance at times.
All right, okay.
Because of how like dark it is, and not dark as in the subject matter, although that is quite dark. I'm just talking about the art style itself is so dark at times that I found myself struggling to work out what was going on in a few of the panels.
I can get that.
Which is fine. I got there eventually, and actually with a second read through that definitely helped. But certainly the first time, I found myself having to sort of retrace a couple of panels to work out what had gone on.
Yeah.
Just because of how dark it all was drawn.
And there's not a lot of talking either. Like a lot of it is just pictures
trying
to figure out what is going on.
The fact the art style is like not even shaded. It's just solid black colour.
Yeah.
And most of it is solid black colour. But that leads me on to like the next thing is I loved the artistic shift between the memories he has of Shirley, and like the current day him going around destroying people.
Yeah,
because it shifts. The memories are a whole lot lighter.
Yeah, they're
like
almost
a whole lot
like,
lighter. They're mostly
charcoal.
They're mostly all white charcoal drawing instead, with shading in it and etc. Compared to what most of the comic, which is just solid black.
Black, yeah, very
very
gritty,
dark.
And yeah.
And that, like, I love the fact that by the end, where you're shown how that whole horrible deed went down.
Yeah.
It starts off in light colours because it's all happy and blah blah until the car breaks down.
Yeah.
And then as things get more and more and more horrible, the art style gets darker and darker and darker and darker, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
I noticed that straight away because I picked up on the fact that the art style changes between memories and what was going on at that time. And I really appreciated the fact that they sort of mixed it together.
You know, until you said it, I hadn't even cotton on to that really. I mean, it's been years since I read it.
Yeah.
I read it in like secondary school, and it always would just go back to it, but just flip through the pictures. Like, but yeah, it's I hadn't even cottoned on to it. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm
really
gonna
nice.
see if I can find that scene.
Yeah.
Quickly, because it's honestly really cool.
I mean, really, really good for you guys that are listening.
Yes,
but,
fantastic. It's alright.
It's really good.
If you just flick through this entire scene here,
you'll
notice that it starts quite light. And as
you're right.
Flicking, it just gets darker, and as things basically go to shit throughout the whole course of the thing, it slowly just gets darker and darker and darker.
They're arriving.
Darker.
The gangsters are arriving, and like in T-Bird's car, and so then it gets super dark, and I mean that's it. That's mental. That's absolutely brilliant.
And I just really appreciated that because, like I said, I noticed the immediate difference in art style between the memories and what was going on at the time, and then I just loved that they mixed them two worlds when basically those two worlds mixed in the timeline, and that was really, really cool. I'm
looking at this, I just love the blood as well. Like you can tell it's blood, even though it's black. Like, and obviously it's blood because like they're pouring from their head, and like, but it's just
the whole comic is in black and white. If we didn't
I think
say that before,
but and it's just so good. I mean, like you can tell what's going on with like when someone gets shot, and you don't need it to have all the red. You know, I'm sure it would add something to it, but you just don't need it. It's so well done. Oh man, I need to read this again. It's
more thing I want to show you in there.
Yeah, go for it.
And that was T-Bone, who is the guy he's trying to go. I mean, he's trying to kill the entire gang that did that, but T-Bone is the main driver for that vengeance.
Is it T-Bone or is it T-Bird?
It's T-Bird.
Yeah.
Yes. T-Bird is like the main driver for that whole vengeance story. Basically, he wants him dead, pure and simple. And it's made relevant throughout like the whole comic that he wants to take his time with him.
Yeah.
He wants to make it as slow and painful as he possibly can for him.
Yeah. Let's just for people that may or may not know the story.
Yeah.
Let's just quickly recap the story.
We probably should.
Sorry guys. If you haven't seen The Crow, I mean, first of all, go and freaking watch The Crow.
It's incredible.
But yeah, so I mean, it's not spoiling anything, but yeah, so basically, Eric Draven and his fiancée, Shelley Webster, they both get like killed. Yeah, she gets raped. He gets they both get killed, and the crow, which is the actual bird, the crow, brings back Eric from the dead
because I think the term is that his soul can't be laid to rest because of how hurt it is.
Yeah.
So he needs to remedy that with a
with
big
vengeance.
old-fashioned revenge story of killing them all before his soul can finally be put to rest.
So basically, he comes back, and he's invincible. He's got all these powers and stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, he goes out and he wreaks vengeance on these people that have wronged him. And that's basically it.
Yeah,
that's the basic.
That's the premise of it. Without spoiling too much, that's
Yeah.
the premise of it, and you should absolutely watch it if you haven't. If that at all appeals to you in any way and you haven't watched it, go and watch it.
Yeah, it's great.
But yes, obviously it's illustrated in the comic pretty much from start to finish that when he gets his hands on T-Bird, shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
Like, nasty shit is about to go down. But what I love is that you never see what he does to him.
No.
Like, the last two, in fact, you've probably seen it, so I probably don't need to show you, but the last two comic panels that has T-Bone in it is T-Bone, like, laying by his car that has just been wrecked.
Yeah.
With the crow walking towards him with a hammer in his hand.
Yeah.
And then the next panel is just a straight cut to black. And you never know.
You just don't need to.
You don't need to, but it makes your imagination like run wild with what the hell did he actually
Especially
do?
seeing what he does earlier in the comic as well,
Exactly.
like how he gets rid of all the others.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a really nice moment of, oh fuck, what did he actually do?
Yeah.
It must have been awful, obviously.
Yeah.
But the fact that they don't tell you is a nice touch.
Definitely. It's not needed.
No.
Like,
No, not at all.
leave it to your imagination.
Exactly. So the graphic novel itself, I absolutely loved. I had no doubt that I wasn't going to like it. It's taken from like possibly one of my favourite films. So
yeah,
simple as that. But what you said was going to happen when you gave me The Crow happened exactly.
Yeah.
I finished reading the graphic novel, and what did I do about 10 minutes afterwards?
Watch the film.
I watched the film again.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally sat there in bed, finished it, put it down. I was there with my tea, and I was just like, that was really good. Yeah, that was, Yeah, I've got to watch a film now.
So what I love about the speaking of the film,
yes,
is I watched the film first, like you did,
yes.
and then I read the graphic novel, and obviously there are differences.
I've actually got some notes here from like differences.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty.
I picked up on. Yeah,
there are some things that the film does really well that the book doesn't. There's some things that the book do really well that the film doesn't, and I think it's actually a rare occasion where actually they're both good in their own right.
Yes.
I don't think that either I like that they take from the source material what they needed for the film, and they made it more Hollywood. They added some bits in that needed to, like the Officer Albrecht and things. The girl, she's a bit more prevalent in it.
I've got this here.
Sorry, jumping on your points, but they do it. They do, that's really nice. But
I've got here. They build up Shirley, the teenager. They build her up so much better in the film than the comic. The comic, she's really only there in a couple of panels, and you don't really know the relationship between her and Eric, whereas in the film, it's built up incredibly well.
Yeah, I don't think even in the graphic novel she has a relationship. It just,
No.
he just sees this little urchin that sort of is there, and that's it. This little girl, and that's not, like you say. And I think in the film, it's actually done a lot better. She's a bit more of a presence.
Yeah, she's built up. She's an incredibly good character in it.
Yeah,
like a really good character.
And so is the officer as well.
Yeah,
like I mean, he's in the book. In the book, but he's literally in like a couple of panels, and he doesn't interact with Eric at all. Whereas in the film, he is literally like a driving force, and adds to it. I don't think he detracts from anything.
Yeah.
He gives that kind of comic relief that you kind of need in a dark film like this.
Yeah, definitely. I've also got here that the film doesn't the film doesn't completely follow the story of the comic. I think the main change for it is the location of where that tragic event takes place.
Yeah.
Like in the comic, it's on a road after Eric's car breaks down, and whereas in the film, it's in their apartment, which for a film makes much more sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think that actually in the comic, it feels even eviler, like worse that they attack them, because in the film they kind of have like a reason to go after them.
It's tenant issues, isn't it?
It's
basically she had brought up that there was issues with the house, and unfortunately it was a bad neighborhood they were living in, and they bore the brunt of basically her trying to say that there's some problems here.
Basically. So they went and attacked them, whereas in the novel there's literally they just do it.
The blue.
They just do it for a laugh.
They do it for a laugh, and because they were high on crack at the time.
Yeah, basically. That's it. And that just makes it feel even. I mean, it doesn't make the film better, it doesn't justify it, but it just makes them even more deplorable.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't even any motive behind it. It was just they fancied to some rape and killing. It's fucking awful. I also think, I don't know about you, but I think that the film, the characters of the actual gangsters are a bit more. They're a bit more fleshed out.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Whether that's a good thing, I don't know, because they don't focus on them at all in the novel.
No.
But maybe that's because like he doesn't want to humanize them.
No.
He just wants them killed. But then in the film it kind of gives a bit more. He does a bit more poetic things with the killing. I don't know if have you mentioned this or.
No, that's not one of the things I got. Okay.
Sorry. Well, if I'll quickly talk about this.
Yeah,
and you can talk about something. So in the film, each character is kind of killed in the way that they killed people.
Yes, yeah. So you got Tin. Tintin gets the knives. What was it?
Funboy.
No, with Tintin it was there was a knife placed in each one of his vital organs in alphabetical order. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep. And obviously, like Tintin's weapon of choice was knives.
What's a knife?
Yeah. Sorry, guys, this is super spoilers. What are you gonna do? And then you've got Funboy.
Yeah.
And
he was a morphine addict.
Yeah, and got obviously the little girl's mum hooked on drugs and basically screwed her up, and so he basically just Eric injects all of the morphine
he had at the time straight into his heart.
So he killed people using drugs, and so that's how he died. You got
basically, he destroyed lives by giving people morphine, so he will die on the sword that he.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then you've got I can't remember his name now. I think it might actually be T-Bird.
Yeah, I think that was T-Bird. Yeah. He gets blown up in his car,
because he's like the explosives expert.
Yeah.
So he got blown up in his car. And then you've got the other guy. What's his fucking name?
I cannot remember, but he's the one that just gets thrown out.
Skank.
That's the one.
It, Skank. And he just gets thrown out.
Yeah, he just gets thrown out the top of the building.
He's a waste of space anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Doesn't Skank throw them out of the throw Eric out of the roof?
No. Basically, what happens is that massive fight scene ensues. And while that's happening, Skank is just hiding under a table.
That's it, yeah.
And then he picks Skank up right at the end. Skank tries to say that
Skank's not dead.
But Skank's not dead.
Skank's over there.
Skank's already dead. You've already killed him. He's over there. And I believe Crow's well, yeah, you're right. Skank is dead, and just throws him out the window.
Yeah.
on top of a police car, I believe.
Yeah.
That's where his body lands. Just
bang. So I think that their death's done more poetically in the film.
Yeah.
But
whereas
in the graphic novel, it's just like brutal murder, like just however he wants it. Like, you know, that's it. Boom.
Yeah.
Kill them. Don't care how they're dead.
Exactly.
Again, probably because this is like it was James O'Barr's way of dealing with his fiance's death.
Yeah.
So he's obviously going to be he's grieving the whole time. You can tell. You can literally tell.
You can tell. It's written there in black and white, basically.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah.
So anyway, go back to
the last thing I've got as far as the film was concerned is I just got they got the casting of the film visually absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Like Fun Boy, for instance, he looks like he has been taken straight out of the comic panels.
He really does.
He looks completely identical to the comic. It was absolutely spot on. Eric bursting through the pawn shop door was a panel.
Yeah, literally,
Again,
exactly the same. Yeah, that scene is almost word for word, isn't it?
It's panel for panel, shot for shot.
Yeah.
Pretty much exactly the same. They even saturated all of the colour in the film to give it an almost black and white look.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly like the comic. So that's really, really cool. So yeah, both of the mediums work in their own ways.
Yeah,
incredibly well.
Definitely.
The last thing I got here, and it's something I couldn't help thinking of while watching the film, is I was watching it going, how good would Brandon Lee have been at playing the Joker?
Oh yeah, really.
Because I saw it. I saw elements of the Joker in that performance.
Yeah. Especially like when he first jumps off when he first gets his powers and he's going to kill Tintin, and he sort of does that jump off of the roof and then lands and laughs, and it's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that he choreographed all the fights in it as well?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. It's insane. Like, I mean, obviously Brandon Lee, if you don't know, this was his. I know you know Saul. I'm talking to the audience. He sadly passed away during filming. It actually is the scene where
he gets shot.
An
absolute shit ton.
The bullet. I don't think it got swapped, but I think it was the wrong type of. There was some shrapnel that got through.
What, in the blanks?
In the blanks.
Yeah, basically, there's some shrapnel in the blanks that hit him and unfortunately killed him there.
Yeah. Because obviously it was like straight through the heart.
Yeah.
It's where they sort of stretch him out and then shot him. Unfortunately, so they had to finish the film using like sort of stunt doubles, but shadows, and they sort of like just made everything black.
Yeah, I know. I've got the Blu-ray of The Crow, and it comes with special features in it that show how they did all of that, and it's also got Brandon Lee's last interview on there.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, and it's really haunting as well because he says something about because we never know when we're gonna die.
He says something about you never know when you're gonna die, and then lo and behold,
literally, like that's one of the last things in the interview as well. It's so freaky.
Yeah.
And it's a real shame because I honestly think that he could have been quite a name.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said before, I absolutely could envision him playing the Joker and doing it incredibly well.
Yeah.
Like that alone, you know?
Do you know what? Speaking of things that people have been giving us that you never watch, well, Max lent me another film he did.
Yeah.
Showdown in Little Tokyo, I think it is, or Showdown something. I can't remember.
Really?
And it's another film that he was in, and I was like, I still haven't watched it, but I need to. I need to watch it though. Because it's Brandon Lee, and I want to see him do something else.
Yeah.
So I was, I need to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, soundtrack in The Crow as well. Phenomenal.
And again, it matches the graphic novel as well because there's literal. Because I think there's a Joy Division song quoted in the thing called Dead Souls.
Yeah.
And there literally is that song. There's a 9 Inch Nail cover of it. In the film, so again, like they've taken from the graphic novel, from obviously James O'Barr's inspiration, and put it straight into the thing, and it's just brilliant. So yeah, so anything else you need to add for that one? Like, have you got?
Not really. No, I massively enjoyed reading the novel. I predicted that I probably would have, just because I love The Crow. I love it a lot. I will continue to love it. And yeah, if you have watched the film but not read the novel, I'd highly advise it.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
I think it'll only kindle the fire of like your enjoyment of it, to be honest. I think it won't take anything away. It won't necessarily add anything.
No, there is going to be some differences, but that is really not an issue.
No, the main story is there, and it's just a brilliant. I mean, the artwork. I mean, the one I've got is like the back in print one, the full graphic novel, and it's like I say, it's got loads of amazing artwork. I mean, I want some of that just for my room.
Yeah,
because it's so gorgeous. Yeah, it's great. Definitely worth a read.
Well, there we go.
There we go. What did you think? Did you know there was talks of remaking it? Wasn't there?
There was. Yes.
I mean, they had loads of people lined up for it, and they just kept. I mean,
I think if they did it correctly, I'd be interested.
I think they were basically talking about doing it almost exactly like the graphic novel, and taking it straight from there. Which for me was like...
I don't think anyone can replace Brandon Lee. I just don't.
No.
Like, I'd be interested to see how they do it and if they take their own spin on it. But I think if they just try straight up being Brandon Lee, it's not going to work.
No. And the thing is as well, like, you've got to look... I've watched so many of the Crow sequels. And even though they pretty much follow the same format, it's still the Crow, it's still the character. It's just different. It's a different guy.
By the way, I think I'd be more I'd be more up for there being a remake of The Crow if, like, the CGI in the old film wasn't up to scratch. But it still kind of holds up to this day.
Oh, definitely.
It really does. Like, the Crow in it is really well done.
Not actually a crow, by the way. Did you know?
No. I know that.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, well, you watch special features like me.
Yeah. So, it's even its special effects are still hold up. Like there was a couple of like noticeable stuff here and there, but
like where their wound heals up.
Yeah, by no means does it like diminish. That I've seen far worse come out in 1993, which is when the release of this film was, which is when I was born.
Yeah, the year after I was born. It's insane. Oh dear. But yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see it remade, I suppose, because I freaking love it. I love The Crow. I want to see that same story.
I would like to see what a modern adaptation with today's technology would look like.
Off the top of your head, who do you think would make a good Crow?
I see. If I was doing like fantasy casting, I'd be like Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
I think would be brilliant. But obviously.
The thing is that there'd be people saying you need someone that's not necessarily because the thing was about Brandon Lee, he didn't look like this big buff superhero guy, which is what makes The Crow so exciting, I think. And it's almost like he's not this super strong dude. He just obviously he's a goth, he does dancing and ballet and stuff, and
which is illustrated beautifully in the novel, by the way.
And he's and it's you need someone that's going to get that across, I think. Oh,
you know what? You put me on the spot a little bit.
No, I know. I mean, honestly, I can't think of anyone.
Yeah,
off the top of my head.
Because all I can envision is Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
That's it.
I really cannot think.
Like, if they gave me a list.
Tom Holland, no, he's too happy, really. Tom
yeah.
Holland. But someone like that.
I don't know.
You know
I've only ever seen Tom Holland in Spider-Man, so I couldn't really.
No.
Give you a gauge.
I really don't know.
No, me neither.
No. Well, that was
going to happen,
isn't it? No, it's not. No. Well, if you could think of anyone who you reckon will be a good Crow, then let us know. Sweet. All right. let's have some questions, shall we, Saul?
Let's have some questions.
Like we say, we have got nothing planned.
No, not for the main portion. So I put out a thing on Twitter going, yeah, we're recording tomorrow, and I'm not going to lie, we'll have like nothing to talk about with the main bit, and we're both probably too hungover to think of something. So,
yeah.
Any questions, welcome, and lo and behold, we got a few questions.
Yay.
Lovely. Let me... Alright. What question do you want to start with?
Oh, just bung one at me.
Just bung one at you.
Yeah, bung one. Chuck it.
Alright. Let's start with Jackie Holmes.
Okay.
On Twitter, who says...
Jackie Holmes.
Favourite... Jackie Holmes is the one that suggested that we should watch Princess Bride, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We probably should.
Okay, maybe we'll do that at some point.
Yes. But she says in this question, favourite board or card games, since lately I've been watching Dicebreaker videos. Dicebreaker is a new YouTube channel that has just started up by Johnny Chiodini, who I'm a massive fan of, previous video host of Eurogamer, and someone new who I don't know of called Wheels, but he's been thoroughly entertaining so far, and I'm really enjoying the channel.
Nice.
And it's kind of opening me up to some more board games, because I'm not a traditional board game player. I only tend to really play like your silly card games, which we'll get into in a bit. But having a YouTube channel of people that I already like that might be able to introduce me to them things is not a bad thing to have. And I've been really enjoying it so far. So,
yeah.
Well,
I'm the same. I mean, I would love to play more board games. It just doesn't happen. Every Christmas we play board games.
Yeah.
And then whenever you come around, we play card games, like you say. And obviously, I'm a big D&D guy, so that's I suppose it's not board game, but it's a tabletop game, so
it counts.
It counts. Obviously, D&D straight out the bat. Answering the question, that is one of like that's always going to be my favorite tabletop game.
Yeah. We started our own campaign.
We have.
Now.
We started last week, didn't we?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. Yes. I'm loving my character already.
Oh, your character's
already
brilliant.
Invested in my. I'm a half-orc bard.
And you were that before.
I was that before.
I will just say
before Dob was a thing, which is Luke's character from Outside Extra. That's his D&D character, who is also a half-orc bard, which is why I love Dob so much in that group. It's why I've got him tattooed on my chest.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a half-orc bard called Godric Razul.
Godric Razul, and you play the penny whistle,
and
a slidey whistle.
I play the penny flute.
Yeah.
Which I have now invested in a penny flute.
Amazing.
For this sole purpose. That I'm probably going to have to play like incredibly quietly anytime we play D&D, because it's usually after you put your daughter to bed.
Yeah.
I'll just be there. That's it. That's all you'll get. Unless I'm feeling particularly excited, and then I'll just, get being told off.
Yeah. Damn it. But yeah, so that's definitely one. Off the top of my head, I probably actually, it's really random. I actually quite like board games based off of like TV shows and stuff, like quiz shows.
Yeah.
And one that I am literally the don at, like literally, I will challenge any of you to this, is catchphrase. I've got to. Have you played that with me?
I haven't, but there's probably a good reason for that.
I am the best at it.
Is it like me with Mario Kart?
Yeah. I literally, my family are always like, we don't want to play it with you because you're so good. They were like, you've looked at the cards. I'm like, no, honestly, I'm just really good at catchphrase.
I know that feeling. All too well.
Yeah. All right, so I am the don.
Whereas I've ruined playing this game for myself because I'm too good at it. Damn it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no, I don't normally get to play that one because everyone's like, no, no.
Humble brag.
Yeah, hashtag humble brag. So yeah, if I was going to play any, I'd be like, yeah, that, just because I'm genuinely really good at it. And yeah, I'd like quiz games. I love quiz games.
I tried Monopoly once in a while, and I hate it.
I hate Monopoly.
I tried playing Monopoly with my stepbrother in York, and he's one of them people that takes it really seriously.
I just fucking.
And I'm just like,
I don't get it.
I like the type of games he plays tends to last at least exceeding like 3 hours.
Oh my god.
It's like, nope, I can't do this anymore. I really can't.
No.
This is too much. You're taking this too seriously. You do realise this is fake money, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. When this game is finished, that's it.
Right. When this game finishes, you're still going to be poor.
Are you a poker player? Have you ever played poker or anything like that?
No, I'm not really one for poker games. It's something I never really managed to wrap my head around.
No.
And I don't think I can bluff very well. To
No,
be honest
I
with
mean,
you.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I used to enjoy playing poker. I mean, my friend Alex used to be obsessed with the bloody game.
I think my only real experiences with poker is possibly like one of your parties where I ended up playing strip poker with people. And that didn't end well for me, weirdly enough. Found out that I wasn't very good at poker that night.
Yeah. Knob hanging out, crying.
Right, cool. Well, guess I'll remove another sock. Oh shit! No, the socks aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. But
yeah. What about you, man?
I'm more into like my comedy card games, I suppose. Like I would say stuff like Cards Against Humanity, and I used to really enjoy Cards Against Humanity, and I think I grew out of it a bit.
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity used to be the bee's knees.
Do you know what I think it was? I think it was everybody bought it.
Yeah.
And then I bought it, but I bought it a little bit too late, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, so did I think, because I wanted to fit in, basically.
Yeah, and it was always one of those things. Have you got content? No, I don't. I was like, but then I've got it. Mm-hmm. Like every now and again, you get a bit of a laugh.
And I think this is a generalizing. I think this is a generalizing thing. When you now go, does anyone want to play Cards Against Humanity? At least half the people go.
It's like,
I don't know.
The thing is, it could be funny.
Yeah.
But I think, like I just said, I think a lot of people are like to play it that much.
Exactly.
You've seen a lot of the cards already.
Exactly, which is why I've gone to like my new favourite game, which is Joking Hazard, which is made by Cyanide and Happiness.
Yeah, they just released a new one, haven't they? Or they about to?
I think they're about to. Yeah, it's a train tracks one of who would you rather?
Yeah, kill basically.
Yeah. That old, thing.
Analogy.
But Joking Hazard is fantastic, and I really want to get the expansion packs for it at some point soon. They did an expansion pack. They worked in collaboration with Pornhub.
Yeah.
And they released an expansion pack called Stroking Hazard.
Oh my
which
God.
Is pure gold just for the name alone.
Yeah,
and I really want it.
I'm surprised you haven't bought it, to be honest.
That's because I've now invested all of my money into a new game that I'm incredibly excited for. And I think we're both incredibly excited for this one.
We are,
it's
definitely.
It's recently been kickstarted by one of our favourite YouTubers, Tom Scar.
Everyone's favourite YouTuber. Come on now. Everyone knows Tom Scar.
He's been around the platform for a long old time,
he has.
Tom Scar. And yes, this is a card game all to do with possibly one of his most popular series on the platform, which is the ASDF movie.
Or Astaf.
Or Astaf movie.
Depends on your outlook on life.
Exactly, which is something that we used to repeat religiously when we were in college. So we're well versed with the ASDF movie. And a card game all about that looks like a lot of fun. And clearly a lot of people thought that because they put a pledge of 10 grand in 30 days. And last time I checked, they've currently just surpassed £743,000 with 4 days left to go.
So yeah, by the time this goes out, it'll probably be finished.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got it, then sorry. But I'm sure, to be honest, I think it's going to be that good that I think that it will just keep... It's
going to be put in print and it's going to be put out on stores. The only reason it was put on Kickstarter, like the game is already finished, it's already done. The only reason they put it on Kickstarter is because they wanted the people who were interested in the game to have a chance to get it first. Yeah. That's it.
I mean, it looks...
And then there's some like lovely Kickstarter exclusive stuff.
Yeah. So what are you actually getting? So what have you actually What are you getting
I've got the bestest pack.
The bestest
which comes with 200 unique cards. Mm-hmm. But then because I've backed it on a Kickstarter as well, I now get all of the Kickstarter exclusive stuff as well, which is it will come in a nice holographic box, which is lovely. It's going to come with like a silicone placemat that has that have a discard card pile thing on it, and a place where you pick the cards up from. So that'll be nice. A muffin plushie. That'd be cool. There's also...
Oh yeah, the game's called Muffin Time.
The game is called Muffin
you didn't
Time.
Say that.
Yeah, I didn't say that at the beginning. No,
which is obviously based off of the Muffin.
One of the ASDF movies. Yes.
Yeah, like one of the characters, the Muffin Time song that literally went absolutely super viral.
Yes.
To the point where when I was working in a school, I literally had kids coming up to me and going,
"It's Muffin Time.
It's Muffin Time."
They didn't follow that up with "Somebody Kill Me, Please."
Somebody
did they?
kill me.
That...
Well, yeah, going, please, I wanna die, die, die. And I'm going.
No.
I mean, I'm so glad I know what you're singing about.
So yeah, what else do I get? I think 200 unique cards, and then there's if it surpassed 750,000, which it looks like it's going to do quite easily at this stage, then there's an extra 25 cards on top of that.
Wow.
And 10 of them cards, 10 of their favourite cards, they're going to print in holographic form.
Brilliant.
And I think that's it.
I mean, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's basically 225 cards off the bat, which is fantastic.
I haven't backed it, mainly because I know that Saul has.
And Max has as well.
Our friend Max.
So
so
you're covered
I was like,
pretty
I'm covered,
much.
And the only time I'd play it is if I'm with either one of you.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It really doesn't make sense. Also, they don't need me to back it. They've got plenty
Not
of
at this
people.
stage.
They've got plenty of people. If it was like, come on, we really need people to back it, and they hadn't got their 10 grand, then of course I would have backed it.
Yeah, but they're comfortable at this stage.
They do not need it.
In fact, I'd imagine they're probably shitting it at this stage.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Shit.
How many people have backed this?
Yeah. Oh my god, we need to print this shit. We need to, Christ. Although, actually, speaking of, right, just gonna again, speaking of Kickstarters, Max, I backed your film. Immortal Jellyfish Porn, which is available to watch on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's fucking weird. Where's my fucking Kickstarter prize? I never got that.
Yeah, Max.
That was years ago, dude.
I'm withholding your beard stroking privileges.
Yes.
Until Adam gets his Kickstarter stuff.
I mean, actually, oh no. I needed to give him okay, fine. Alright, no, yeah, he was supposed to write me a poem, and he said, you need to tell me what you want the poem to be about, basically.
So it's actually your fault?
I mean, kind of. No, it's his fault.
Okay.
It's his fault.
So I'm still
He's not here to defend himself.
I'm still withholding beard stroking privileges.
Yes, definitely. Yep.
Okay, that'll get him. That'll get him good.
Yeah.
So Muffin Time.
Muffin Time. Yeah, so Muffin Time. I'm looking forward to playing
I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like it's got a March 2020 release. That's when they're aiming to get it out.
Nice.
And it's worth it just for the trap cards alone.
Oh,
There's some fantastic trap cards in it. I think one of my favourite is you just place a card down. And you can place this card down anywhere. It's called Don't Touch.
Yeah, and if you touch it...
And if anyone picks it up, they discard 5 cards straight away.
Brilliant.
The possibilities for that card alone, brilliant.
There's one where you can play it, and it's like called Standing Up School, and you play it, and then the last person to stand up has to discard some cards. So the aim of the game is to have 10 cards at the end of your hand.
Yeah, and then you shout, it's Muffin Time, and if you've still got 10 cards in your hand by the time it comes round to you next time, you win.
Then you win. And obviously, so the idea is
there
that
are counter cards, there are action cards, there are trap cards. It's all a fun time. Yeah. And it's everything to do with the ASDF movie. So I think we're really looking forward to that.
I think last night, because we wanted to play a game.
Yeah.
And I was like, we both were like, actually, what I really want to play is Muffin Time.
Yeah.
So we watched Tom play it on his YouTube channel instead. So.
And that possibly didn't help.
No.
To be honest. And now I really want to play it. Damn it.
Yeah, I really want to play it, and we've still got a long way to wait now, which is a bit annoying. But hey,
it's fine. It's fine. Like I especially understand now with the amount of printing they've probably got to do. Like that's fair enough. So yeah, there's some board games that we like and are looking forward to.
Yeah, cool. Next questione.
Oh God, put me on the spot.
Not on the spot. You should have it ready, Saul.
I don't. I'm hungover. Leave me alone.
I'm going very slow with this beer.
So this question comes from Creator, who says, "What movie/TV series will they remake or bring back next? There is a Top Gun and a Bad Boys movie, movie-wise, and Magnum P.I. TV series in the works. And what shows and movies should they absolutely stay away from and not bring back?"
I mean, some of the classics straight away for the TV series. I mean, just off the top of my head, I mean, I'm thinking about Only Fools and Horses. I don't know why.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But no. But the thing is, I don't know. But I don't know. I'm saying don't do it.
Oh, don't do it. Okay.
Because they would ruin it.
Probably.
But
yeah,
there was
all of the old
there was like the
classic
prequel that they did, which apparently I haven't watched it, but apparently it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It was a prequel to it, like it was them growing up. But yeah, I think those sort of classics you need to leave the fuck alone.
Okay. Yeah. Open All Hours.
Yeah.
That's another really good one that they should just leave alone because it's perfect as it is.
And I think, to be honest, most comedy shows leave the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Because it almost never works. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but it almost never works.
No, they tried to reboot IT Crowd to an American audience, and look how that went.
God, anything like that, apart from The Office, which I haven't seen either of. Shoot me, but apparently the American
It's all right.
Office.
Neither have I, so I really don't have any validation to shoot you right now, Adam. It's fine.
The American Office apparently is just as good, if not better, than the British Office. They do apparently they bring their own things to it, and it's a separate thing altogether. Cool. Apparently, so that's one thing that has worked. But they've done the In-Betweeners. That was shit. Oh god, yeah, they just should leave it alone.
Did they do Skin? Am I right?
Skins, yeah, they did Skins. I think.
As
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
Was that any good?
I don't know. I haven't touched it.
I don't watch TV at all.
No.
So.
I mean, they did when they brought back Red Dwarf. That was pretty good.
Oh, that was really good. Actually,
that was good. I haven't watched the recent series. Having said that, but yeah, that's supposed to be really good. Still, I think they play on the fact that they're older. I think as well.
And then, of course, they brought back a classic that everybody loved, and it was the best TV series ever. And the new one was pretty damn alright as well.
What was that?
Robot Wars.
I didn't watch it. Was it good? Was it really good?
It really
was. With the
was.
Brian, yeah?
Yeah, no, it was really good fun.
I do love Robot Wars. I used to watch that so much.
Mate, Robot Wars. I've got the game on PS2 as well. And
oh my god.
It's an awful game, but it's still a lot of fun
Robot
to
Wars.
play.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know.
I focused more on films because I don't really watch TV. So I got stuff that needs a remake or a reboot. I would never want this film remade, but a reboot in the universe would be interesting to watch, and that's Fifth Element. I would never want the film remade because I think it's perfect, but I would love something else in that universe.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, I could see that. Like maybe not even like a sequel, just like something else in that universe
exactly.
with those with the monsters and that's a good shout.
Just New York alone in that was an incredible world to be in. So I'd really love some more stuff, maybe with some other characters around that. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I've got here, remake The Hobbit so it can be done correctly and so you can make it into one cohesive solo film. In no way does it need to be 3 films.
No. No, it really didn't. God. They could have done it in one. Mm-hmm. Maybe 2 at a push.
2 at an absolute push.
The third
3 was taking a piss.
The third film was absolutely fucking god awful, wasn't it? Let's be honest here. First one, really charming. Second one, yeah, pretty good. Third one, awful.
Yeah, the third one was dreadful. I can't even remember the name of the third one now. It's something
Desolation
Army.
of Smaug?
No,
that was the second one.
It was something Army.
The Battle of the Five Armies?
That's the one, yeah.
Bullshit.
Absolute
Smaug was in it for a second.
Yeah.
And that's where it should have fucking ended.
Yeah.
End.
Yeah.
Credits.
So yeah, if you could remake that again and just make it 1 or 2 films and make it more cohesive and actually, stick to the fucking book.
Yeah, and just like the dwarf loving with the elf, get rid of that.
Love triangle between the elf and the dwarf.
Get rid.
No,
please. Does
just
not need to be. Does not need.
Absolutely didn't need to be
Who
made.
needs that? Like they're obviously like, oh yeah, we need something for the ladies. Like, no, because any women that are going to go and see it, or that men that are interested in that, they're going to go and see it for fucking fights and dragons, not bloody love stories.
Exactly.
Oh
no, remake that again, please. That'd be great. And do it properly.
Yeah.
What I got here is what we absolutely do not need in the movie world that I fear might happen again because of recent circumstances, and that is we absolutely do not need another Spider-Man origin story again.
No.
We just don't need one.
Oh no! Please don't do it again.
Don't need one. Don't do it.
No.
Like,
just carry it on, or just leave it the fuck alone. I mean, obviously, it's funny because obviously we're talking about Into the Spider-Verse, which, incidentally, obviously is technically another origin story.
But it wasn't Peter Parker's origin story.
Yeah.
That's the point here.
And it's, oh no, it just doesn't need to happen. Please, Sony.
No, Uncle Ben died again. Didn't see that one coming.
To be fair, they didn't do it in the MCU.
They didn't, which I'm thankful for. But
that's
what worries me is that now he's not part of the MCU and back in Sony's hands.
Are they going to do a fucking flashback to him?
That's what worries me.
Please don't. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
They didn't even mention Uncle Ben in the MCU.
It's okay though, guys, because we mentioned this in the phone call that we had with Sony at the end of the last podcast. So it's fine.
They seem to pretty much be down with it. So don't worry.
Yeah. And we're getting another 20 quid check in the post as well. Nice. It's gonna be great.
Sweet.
Nice. That's another round.
Sony.
Yeah.
So I honestly have not thought about this. Well, I have, but I was thinking more about TVs.
Yeah.
But just looking up there on my bookshelf, I've just seen a film, as a series that actually I would like to see done. So it has been made in films, but not very successfully. And actually, to be fair, they're some of my favourite films, but it's the Anne Rice books, the Vampire Chronicles.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever read or seen any of them.
I have not.
So there's an Interview with the Vampire, which was a film that was it was Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Tom
it rings
Cruise
a bell. It rings a bell. The vampire.
He plays Vampire Lestat. And then there was The Queen of the Damned, which is one of my favourite films, and I'll tell you why it's one of my favourite films. It's because Jonathan Davis from Korn wrote the music for it.
Nice.
Because Vampire Lestat, he comes back from the dead, not from the dead, he comes from his deep sleep and starts a rock band.
Nice.
And it's like, come on, a vampire and a rock band, and the music is by Korn, basically. Come on now.
Of course, it's your favourite, one of your favourites.
It's awesome. It's great. I mean, there's some bits in it that are a bit tacky, and that's why I'd like to see them do it properly with a really good cast.
Yeah.
A proper, and I think Anne Rice is actually interested in doing it. I think it's just typical, really, because I think that anytime you mention vampires, people instantly they go to Twilight, and vampires kind of got a sour taste in the mouth now because of fucking Twilight Saga. And anyone that says I like Twilight, I'm like, no, read the fucking Anne Rice books. They're proper vampires.
Yeah.
They
don't sparkle.
Yeah. Vampires die if they go in the sunlight. They don't sparkle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so actually,
get your shit together.
Get your shit together, vampires. But yeah, so I'd like to see that, actually.
Sweet.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Shall we move on to our last question we got then?
Let's do that.
That was from Miss Hannah, who says, best games for a complete beginner.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yes.
It's a good question.
Indeed.
So this, premise is probably saying the person wants to get into gaming.
Yeah.
And they're like, I've literally never played a game before, never touched any consoles whatsoever. What are we gonna give them?
Cool.
Yeah.
I've got down here first and foremost Lego games.
Yeah, good shout.
Because there are so many different Lego games now. You've got Harry Potter, you've got Lord of the Rings, you've got Hobbit, you've got Star Wars, you've got Avengers. You will find something that you like.
Indiana Jones,
yeah. You will find something that appeals to you.
Yeah.
And Lego games are just easy. There is no consequence to you dying at all in them games. You just break apart. You break apart into some Lego bricks, and then you come back again, and that's it. There's no game overs. There's no There's no punishments at all. It's just play the game and have fun with it, and here's some light puzzles along the way with some nice comedic Lego moments thrown in for good measure.
Yeah.
And it's just a good time.
Definitely. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I was just going to say your platformer, to be honest. So that's kind of hit the nail on the head.
So what, like your Marios?
I'd probably say, I mean, if I was going to pick anything off the top of my head, I'd probably say, I mean, Crash is quite difficult, I think, for
especially
a
the remake.
Spyro.
Possibly.
I always go back to my childhood, and I think like Spyro is one of the first kind of games I remember playing. And again, there is consequence, but like you kind of need that in a game, I think sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'd say Spyro is probably a good shout. Like, you can do as much or as little.
That, and it's charming enough that if you are finding it difficult, like you'll still enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Even when you die, it's like it's not like dun dun dun. It's just like, oh man, you died. Never mind, it's okay. You can go back to the beginning, and it's okay. It's all right. No judgment here.
It's no Dark Souls.
no, it's no Dark Souls.
So, you died. Thanks, Dark Souls. I couldn't tell. Thanks.
Yeah.
Again, I wasn't even 10 seconds into dying the last time.
So yeah, that's probably a good start. Have you got any more?
On the talk of consequence, yes, there does need to be some consequence in games, which is why I've put walking simulators down.
Okay.
So stuff like Your Life is Strange.
Yes.
Stuff that has incredibly good story, but you don't need to be like an expert video game player to experience.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good shout as well, because again, you can play a game, you can get a good story.
Mm-hmm. So I'm talking, Life is Strange, What Remains of Edith Finch, Gone Home, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even like, have you played Journey at all?
Yes, I have. Yeah, a little bit of that.
And what was the other one? The one in the sea,
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. What is it called?
Something.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it was made by the same people who made Journey, and it took place in the sea instead.
And
again, there's not much consequence. It's just you having an explore around, basically, in a beautiful setting with a usually beautiful and incredibly emotional story. And if you're into your stories at all, if you're into your films and you're wondering what video games are all about and what they can bring to the table, then Your Life is Strange and What Remains of Edith Finch's and stuff like that, those are the things I would recommend playing, because you don't experience much consequence as far as gameplay is concerned. Yeah.
I also would say, so I think we've kind of got like a nice spectrum here, and I think just to add to that, if I was going to give a bundle of games and sort of say, right, okay, like here's a bit of this, a bit of that. You don't want just. You want a good, nice meal of games. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you've got your chicken, you've got your peas, and you've got you want a little bit of everything. You want a bit of dessert as well.
Yep.
So I'd probably say as well, like a good RPG, like maybe Oblivion or Skyrim, because I think with Skyrim and Oblivion, you can literally have it so the enemies pretty much die within like a couple of swipes.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to be a difficult game.
That's the thing. Like, never let anyone tell you that you are lesser for sticking a game on easy mode.
No way.
Never, ever, ever.
Mate, I fucking did.
It's there purely for that reason. If you just want to enjoy a game without the consequence or the frustration of you trying to desperately battle your way through it because you're finding it too hard, stick it on easy mode.
It's supposed to be fun at the end of the day.
No one is meant to judge you for that, and if they do judge you for that, then ignore them.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's the thing is like the video game community can be absolutely fantastic, really supportive, but you do have these people normally, no offense or anything, but it's normally the people that are playing your games like Fortnite and Call of Duty and FIFA. It's like you've got to be really good and you're really competitive and I've gone up the ranks and like. That's no offense to anyone that does play those games. That's absolutely fine.
League of Legends,
I've
heard is an absolutely brutal game to get into. Like, your teammates, if you are new and you don't quite know what you're doing, your teammates will never like help you at all. They'll just hurl abuse at you that you are slowing them down.
It's crap, isn't it?
And it's awful.
We're all noobs at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hate that. I really cannot stand that in gaming.
Honestly, that's a lot of the reason I like my single player stuff. Is
Yeah.
I just can't be dealing with all of that crap.
I'm
Just
the same.
give me a story that I can follow and that I can do in my own
Like
time.
when I was playing Overwatch and stuff, like my brother was saying, don't go into competitive if you don't want to talk to people because they are just so arsey, and if you slow them down, like you say, and you have to talk.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk. Like maybe back in the day, I mean, I'm back in when I was playing Halo 3 and stuff like that. Like I used to love that. Actually, I never had any bad experiences playing Halo online. I had some really good experiences actually, like some really. I mean, we didn't talk that much, but you didn't need to, and it was just like, you know, oh, nice shot. I was like, oh, I'm down. Okay, no worries. Mm-hmm. And every now and again, you'd be dying a lot, and you might get someone saying, "Come on, dude, like sort it out. Like, you know, we need to get this, you know." But it wouldn't be the be all and end all. Like we'd maybe talk in the chat in the lobby, and then that would be it, and you'd play. But now it's so fucking serious. And
exactly, yeah.
But don't like
people just need to realise that it's just a fucking video game,
yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
Like it's not the be all and the end all.
No.
It's there to be enjoyed, so just enjoy
and
it.
Obviously you're gonna have these people that want to get all your platinums, and they're like, yeah, I got platinums, and it's like, great, good for you. Like that is what your life is about. Your life revolves around video games. That's totally fine. My life doesn't revolve around video games.
No.
I play it for enjoyment. You know.
Exactly.
I play it for, you know, whenever I can. You know, Christ Almighty, one of the games that I've been desperate to play for, I didn't play for like nearly 5 months, half a year after it came out. Like, that's how much I give a shit. You know, I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's a different story.
You'll be getting that day one.
Yeah.
You've already pre-ordered a collector's copy.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
In your dreams.
Oh, yeah. I would love that. But no. But yeah, no, so I'd say, so to recap, I'd say, you know,
Lego
a nice Lego game, like a platformer.
Yeah, a good platformer. And if you're at all interested in your stories, then walking simulators.
Yeah, walking simulators and an RPG. I think that kind of combines them all, I think, because the thing is with an RPG, you can kind of do the combat thing, or you can just do like the walking around and talking to people side of things.
Mate, you can play Skyrim VR now.
I can.
Oh, holy shit, mate.
Dark Brotherhood in VR. Yes.
Oh, mate.
Oh,
amazing.
Exciting.
So on that throw, I think that's all of our questions that we got.
Thank you so much. That was really great.
Yeah.
Please send us in some more questions. I'd love to do that again. That was really nice.
Yeah, we always enjoy interacting with you guys. So
anyone listening, please send us in some stuff.
Great. Don't be shy.
No. Right then, Saul, have we got some entertainment exchanges?
We do, yes. Who wants to go first?
You go first.
I go first. Oh, can I go last?
Okay, fine. Well, don't fucking ask.
There's a reason for it.
All right, fine. Okay, so, I mean, I don't have mine with me.
Okay.
Because it's a game. Mm-hmm. And it's an Xbox game. It's a 360 game.
Right.
And I don't have the case for it anymore. Because I got rid of all my Xbox 360
I was going to say, you don't have any of your cases for your 360 games anymore.
No. Because I had quite a few and I just put them all in a thing.
Yep.
It's Bully Scholarship Edition.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
You haven't played that, right?
No, I haven't. No. But I've wanted to.
So have you played any other, like, have you played, like, Grand Theft Auto?
I've played my Grand Theft Autos, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Red Dead? You haven't played Red Dead yet, have you?
No,
okay.
I haven't because you've told me not to.
Yeah. You played LA Noire as well, though, right?
Yes, I've got it on my Switch.
So, favourites out of those two? Do you prefer, or is it pretty much, do you find them completely different games?
LA Noire.
Yeah. Definitely LA Noire. The thing is, I am not a Grand Theft Auto fan, but I really love Bully. I love Red Dead Redemption, and I love LA Noire. Probably some of my favourite games, but really cannot get into Grand Theft Auto. Okay. So maybe you'll enjoy this. I don't know. It's a bit fucking silly. I won't lie.
I like silly games. What can I say? No, I've actually been looking to play this because it's one that keeps coming up on a list. You know, you get your top 10 lists of blah blah blah. This is a game that continuously keeps coming up on lists, and that
speaking of remakes and sequels,
more interest. Yes,
definitely Bully 2, please, for the love of God, Rockstar. Do something about it. But yeah, so Bully, enjoy it.
Brilliant.
It's a good, fun little game. It's silly as hell, but you'll enjoy it, I think.
Incredible. Awesome. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, you were... I don't know if you know this at all or not, but you appear to have a VR headset now.
Well, oh, Fuck, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's downstairs.
Did
It's
you
all
know
set up,
that?
ready to go.
Did you know that, listeners at home? I have VR. Did you know that? I have VR.
So, in the spirit of doing a video game-based podcast, which we haven't done for a wee bit,
No.
I'm giving you a VR game.
Yay! As if I haven't got enough to play already.
Where is it? Oh, it's one you've played before. It's Resident Evil 7.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yes, I'm absolutely kidding. That's a
Okay.
joke.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
I got you.
Oh my god, you
got you.
wanker.
No, what I have for you is an extra birthday present.
Oh my god.
This is one for you to keep. Well, you don't have to give this one back once you're done. You can keep it.
God, you're too nice to me, dude. Seriously.
It's all wrapped up and everything
It is. It's all
for
gold
viewers.
paper. Oh, look.
So yes, this will be your entertainment
bit
exchange.
of ASMR for you. Like, oh yeah. Oh, that's good. That probably doesn't sound very good at all, actually. Oh, yes.
What I have got for you is Astrobot.
Astrobot Rescue Mission. Yes, I've heard about this, and I've seen bits, but I've literally, I haven't.
This is hands down, possibly one of the best, not just PlayStation VR games, but VR games. Period.
Wow.
Out. It's a third-person platformer, and it's brilliant. It's so creative. It's so much fun, and I reckon you're going to really enjoy it.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to this.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, man. I mean, Christ almighty, what the fuck am I going to get you for your birthday, dude?
It's fine.
Saul, contributed towards the VR. He also got me what? So 2 VR games? Or 3?
3.
3. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on Blu-ray.
I mean, I kind of had to after the last podcast.
Yeah, but come on, dude. What the fuck? I can't even... It's not even like I can get you the tourist hours or whatever, because you downloaded all the albums anyway. I'm not touring. I can't tell you to go and see them.
Dude, it's cool. Seriously, I'm really looking forward to you playing this because it's a really good game. It's really fun.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
So there we go.
Wow.
That's
bloody hell.
Podcast. We got through it.
We did. We
Hangovers
got
and all.
I didn't even finish my beer. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That was brilliant. Well done. I'm about to finish my second.
Go on then. Finish it on mic. Hey. I mean, you've had 2. I've had 1.
Yep. I've got to get a train home now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I don't want to drink too much. I want to play some more VR.
All right. Well, we'll leave you guys here then. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
As always. And like I say, we love getting these questions in. So if you have any questions, then stick them down in the comments down below.
If you've ever played Bully or Astrobot Rescue Mission, then send us your comments, your reviews.
Send us your mini reviews. Send us your questions to do with the games. We'd love to hear them. And so
it's the Twitter. Yeah, go.
Yeah,
you do it.
The official Twitter is Let's Talk BS1, but you can also get hold of me personally on Twitter. I keep burping because I downed that beer.
Oh dear. I've been doing it the whole way through.
You can get hold of me personally on Twitter at Saul Reed.
I'm going to actually literally tell you my proper tag this time. I always forget it.
You always forget it.
I'm always on it. At Ads Queenie Bond.
At
Bond. Ads Queenie Bond.
Oh, I kept saying Bond. It was B. I've been misleading people.
Ads Queenie Bond.
And you can also follow us on Facebook at Let's Talk BS2. Instagram's still not a thing yet, so it probably never will be.
Let's just stop saying that now.
I mean, it's a running joke at this stage. So.
Yeah, I hope people find it really fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sure they're on the floor in stitches.
They mentioned the Instagram again. Hey, Mum, what? Did they mention the Instagram again? They fucking did.
Classic.
Classic Ads and Saul.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and
join us next time. We'll be talking more
BS.
Goodbye.
Bye. Adam's leaving already.